Hello and welcome back to Vegas Aces. I'm your host, Heather Ferris, and we are joined today with a special guest, Michael Shackleford with the Wizard of Odds. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Heather's audience.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're
I
welcome.
am really excited about this topic. So the topic for today's video is what is your advice for learning basic strategy on Blackjack? A lot of people have trouble learning basic strategy, so I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Okay, 2 words, flashcards. Or is that one word? I think it's one word. Anyway, yeah, so make a flashcard for any kind, for every situation that is possibly borderline. And this includes all the soft doubles and the splits. So you put the situation on one side, like say soft 18 against a 10, and then you on the other side, you put the right play, which by the way is hit for that situation. And why not just deal out random cards, you might ask? It's because many of the hands that you will get are obvious, like 20 against an anything, and you're not going to see the soft doubles and the splits very often in just dealing random cards. So with flashcards, you will get those tough hands, and trust me, you will memorize it a lot faster. And this doesn't just go for blackjack. It can account for, you can use flashcards for any blackjack variant. You can use it for video poker. I could think of a lot of other casino games. It's also a good way to learn anything that is memory intensive, like say a foreign language. And the way I do flashcards is I will take my whole pile and I will go through it. And I will put the ones that I got right in one pile and the ones that I got wrong in the other pile. So after I go through the whole stack, I pick up the pile of ones that I got wrong and I do it again. And again, I put the ones I got right in one pile and the ones I got wrong in another pile. And then if I got the same, and then I'm going to take the stack of things I got wrong twice and go through it again. And I keep repeating it and repeating this until I get everything right. And then I get every single card again and I shuffle them and I do it all again. And I know it sounds repetitive and boring, but this is a successful way to drill stuff into your head. And once you've done that, just for fun, you can go to my blackjack trainer at wizardofodds.com, and that will tell you when you make a mistake.
Oh.
But if you go that, while it's a lot of fun, you're not going to see the difficult hands, like say splitting 2s against a 4. What do you do? You're not going to see that happen in random hands very often. So that's why I like the flashcards.
That's really cool. I love that. And we didn't do this already, but if you guys haven't, if you don't know this, check out Mike's website, thewizardofodds.com. Check out his YouTube channel. He also has a forum, Wizard of Vegas. So he has a lot of great information out there. So go check it out. Give it a try. I really love the software that you have on your websites. It makes it a lot easier to learn all of the games. It's so wonderful. My question is, how much time do you spend when you're doing flashcards? Do you spend an hour? Do you do like 30 minutes a day? Do you do like 5 minutes when you wake up, 5 minutes when you go to bed?
Well, I haven't actually needed to memorize anything for a long time. But when I was kind of going through a phase of trying to improve my Spanish, I would go through them when I was, say, like on an exercise machine or like waiting for somebody, maybe stuck in traffic, things like that, like trying to, do it little bits of time wherever I could find it. I find myself so busy that it's hard to just find time to devote to flashcards. But if it was something important to me, then yeah, absolutely, I would make the time. And when it was so long ago, 35 years ago, that I would have memorized the basic strategy. And back then, I'm sure I had much more spare time, and I'm sure that I sat there and probably spent like an hour a day with it.
Okay. For people who don't have the time, another thing you could do is you could put the flashcards in your pocket, in your purse when you go out and you have to wait in line for the bank, or when you have to wait in line to pick up whatever it is you have to pick up, or if you're at the grocery store.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
It's always a great time to do that. Another thing too is, what blackjack strategy would you recommend people learning right away? Because there's so many different types. You have the single deck, the double deck, the 6-deck shoe. If the dealer stays on a soft 17, if they hit on a soft 17, if surrender is available, which one does someone want to learn? If they just want to learn like the basic strategy, which one do they pick?
Good question. I would pick the shoe and dealer hits a soft 17.
So a 6-deck shoe where the dealer hits a soft 17, would surrender be available?
Yeah, you should learn. It should include surrender, and yeah, and you might say, should I assume that whether the dealer allows double after a split or not? I think that you should learn that both ways.
Okay.
So, and also know what to do if surrender is not allowed. For example, if you have, here's a situation, few players play right. If the dealer hits a soft 17 and you get a 17 against an ace, the right play is to surrender. You almost never see anyone do that, but that's a good thing to have memorized. So if you get that hand, you say, am I allowed to surrender? If they say yes, you do it. And if you don't, you need to know what the second choice is, which in that situation is to stand.
Okay. So when people are going up to a blackjack table, should they ask the table if surrender is available right before they start playing? Or is that something where if it comes up, then they ask?
I would say that it's up to the player. If they're going to play either way, then you may as well just sit down and play and wait for the situation to occur. I should also mention that a lot of tables that have that glass thing that shows the limits, those glass signs often show the rules as well, and you can refer to that.
Okay, that sounds good. Do you have any other tips for learning the blackjack strategy? No?
Can't think of anything.
Okay, I really appreciate that. And if you guys are watching, if you want to learn more, check out vegas-aces.com. We do have the blackjack strategy of all of the different types and availabilities on the website. So if you want to take a look at that, feel free to. You could do 6-deck, 2-deck, 3-deck. Ooh, just a second. Let's get this up here.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You are good.
But I did want to expand on your question. Like, what else can you do? You should get a strategy card, and for something to just keep in your pocket or your purse. Like, let's say that you're standing in a line and you don't have your flashcards with you. Just take this out, and you might look at it and just try to study. Like, look for the patterns and try to figure out the reasons that you do things. And I think that it really helps things sink in deeper if it's not just brute force memorized, but you can see the patterns in the cards and know the reason why the strategy is what it is. And furthermore, if you're playing at the table and you get a hand that you just have a brain freeze and can't remember, just whip this out and there you go.
Yeah, you are always allowed to use those on the table. The dealer will have no problem with that.
Yep.
Again, check out vegas-aces.com. We have that on the website, PDF form, so that way you can just print it out and it's easier for you. We also have flashcards on our website for the blackjack strategy. So if you want to test out your knowledge, you could go to vegas-aces.com. Again, blackjack flashcards. We have a strategy flashcard set for you that you can use. Mike, thank you again so much. Really appreciate you being here. And I will see you and everyone else next Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Bye, Heather. Bye, Heather's audience.
Bye.